guys, we are here with August. August is joining us for a board and train program. He has been with us for 3 weeks tomorrow, and he's actually going to be heading home tomorrow. His mama's missing him, so he is going to be going home to see her so she can continue working with him and, enjoy all of his puppyhoodness and all of the fun that comes with working with your puppy and building a nice, positive working relationship with them so that the lovey-dovey stuff comes super naturally, because who doesn't love a dog that listens to them and obeys commands? So there's a few things that I just want to go over with you. Just, regular take-home lesson stuff, some puppy information that's good to remember, a good video to kind of reference back to once he's home if you kind of forget stuff that we talk about, because we will talk about a lot of stuff on the take-home lesson. So I always tell people, feel free to record the lesson if you want to, or take notes, have a notebook ready and write notes down and stuff. If you think of questions tonight, go ahead and jot things down, because you'll forget, just like when we're at the doctor's office, we always forget what we needed to ask the doctor when we're there in the heat of the moment. Oop, did you drop it? Okay. Yeah, go around and get it. It's over this way, look. There it is. Good boy. Okay, so a couple of things to remember. We'll go through all the commands real quick. Place is go onto a given object of different height or texture and remain until released. So the stay is built in, because you're going to say off, good boy, because you're going to say okay and release him from things. So when we use place in the beginning, you want to start out with quick on and off patterns. Okay, good. Place, yes, good boy. As soon as he steps on, you yes, okay to release him, and you want to do those over and over. Place, yes, okay, good. Off, good boy. Place, yes. Right, so you can do this with his dinner or his breakfast, and you can practice every time he goes on. Okay, every time he goes on, and then off, then you reward him when he gets off. So you're teaching him place means go on, stay. When I say okay, you're done, and then I reward you for doing that. Once you guys have gotten the pattern down, he's doing really good with that, as you can see. Once you've gotten a good handle on place, yes, okay, good. Then you can start building up distance and duration, right? So, and distractions, distance, duration, distractions. So at first you're just going to take a couple steps back, and you can start just doing easy things, just like kind of, swaying back and forth. Harder things are things like bending down, because usually when you bend down, you're going to the dog's level, and you're, good boy, and he's expecting. So you can see puppies don't have the longest attention span. He's getting bored, understandably. He's a baby. Okay, good boy. Yes, he is. Right? So you want to start building distance and duration. Place, duration comes just as he kind of gets a little bit older, and he learns I don't get to get off until she says the release letters, right? Once, if he tries to break before that, I'm going to use my spatial pressure, moving in and backing off, right? So moving in, he gets on, I back off, right? So that was spatial pressure right there. I used my body to tell him I need you to back up. Once he did, I released the pressure from him. Okay, good job. Sit. Good boy, sit. Good. Again, spatial pressure. All I need to use is my knee at this point with him, because he's under kind of understanding pressure on and pressure off. He's a really smart puppy, honestly. Picking up on things very quickly. I know you love the hot dogs, don't you? Okay, good boy. He's so jumpy this morning. He's actually not really this jumpy normally. He's just super excited. He's just super excited this morning, huh? He's such a good boy. So, like I said, things that are harder, things like bending down to his level, that gets a little bit more difficult. You're going to start building. You can use his leash to back tie him. You can stand on this so that you get, so that you can practice your spatial pressure. So it gives you a chance to kind of, if he's already all four paws are off of the bed, you've kind of lost your chance for spatial pressure. If you have 1, 2, maybe 3 paws off the bed, you can get in front of him and block him like in basketball, and then move in to back him up. Once he's back on the object and calm, you kind of start backing off of him, right? So as you can see, he went into a calmer state of mind. So obviously he kind of knows, oh, I'm going to be, So right there, I stopped him. using my right? I got his attention, and then I got in front of him and I used that spatial pressure to move into him, right? So then I can start backing up. I can go slow, and then you start adding in distractions. Once he understands, oh, she's good at this, every time I get off, she puts me right back on, and I never get to release off of this object until she says, and then we get to be in free mode until you say it again. So as you can see, he went into that calmer state of mind. He realizes she's doing that. Oh, there's the power yawn, as I like to call it. That means he's using his brain, and he's starting to get tired from having to think through all of this. So all I'm doing is just kind of swaying in a half circle around him. He's watching me. I'm not making it super difficult for him right now. Also, as you can see, we haven't used the e-collar once. I will, of course, show you when we're using the e-collar. We're using off-leash stuff right now, and you can certainly use the e-collar to use it on place. When he gets off of the object, you tap until he gets back on the object. You can certainly do that. So right there, I just gave him a tap, August. But again, it's really used with his name. So to get his attention, to pair it back to pay attention. So if he's breaking, then you want to make sure. So if he's itching, I'm going to go down on my numbers a little bit. So we were on a 13. I'm going to go down to, I'll go to like a 9, 9, 10. Yeah, 8, 9, 10. That's fine. It's a very slight difference between those numbers. But if he's itching, that means he felt it enough that we can actually see if he feels it on a lower level. We want to use the lowest levels possible, of course. Once you start going out into public where there's a lot more distractions, then your levels are going to go up because the distractions go up. So you're going to need more than just as I like to say it, it's like right now we're saying this to him. When we're out in public, we might have to be like, hey, pay attention, because he's so overwhelmed that he's not going to feel this little tiny, which is what we're doing right now. So he's doing a great job. This is perfect. That's a great place. Okay, baby. Good job, August. Good boy. So recalls are stop whatever you're doing, come and sit at my feet. So in the beginning, if you can even just teach him, so great, go chase that floof. This is perfect, right? He's in free mode. I said, okay, he's not doing anything. I have to potty. Okay, so perfect time. August. I think he has to potty. Let's give him a second. Yep, he does. Good boy. Yay! Right? So that's perfect. I didn't say C-O-M-E. If we teach him when I say your name, and I get really excited that you pay attention when I say your name, that's great. Everything comes so much easier if you can teach your dog, I say your name and you kind of come running to me. That's awesome. It's a built-in come command, right? Because you will never be wrong using come. There's never a time, if you ever don't know what to do in any given situation, default to the come command, because it means come here and sit down and kind of calm down, right? So August, yes, good job. Yes, good boy, right? So I encourage him. He looked at me when I said his name. I'm encouraging him. I'm going to step on that leash so he can't go anywhere and reinforce the relax. Okay, good job. Good boy. August. Yes, good boy. Right, so I didn't say C-O-M-E, so I'm not using the collar yet because I'm going to use treats first. August. Okay, so now he has a toy, so he's a little distracted. He might have to poop. Hold on. I'm going to give him a second because that's his poo walk. So anyway, so when we're doing this, again, having a long line is really great to do because it gives you a way to reinforce the command without having, it gives you a way to reinforce the command having that leash on. If we only have the e-collar, you have to feel really confident in that fact that he knows what C-O-M-E means because you guys have practiced it so many times. So you have confidence that he's going to come. Again, the e-collar is just used as a way to get his attention. You changed your mind? I saw you go to squat and then you changed your mind. August. Yeah, he's got to poop. August. Good boy. Yeah, there you go. Good job, buddy. Sit. So reinforce the sit when he gets there. And I'm going to reward him. Okay. Good boy. August. Okay, perfect. So we're on a 9. August. August. So, yes, good boy. I could have gone up right there. Sit. I could have gone up to 10, maybe 11, because when he was sniffing, he was a little distracted to the fact that he clearly wasn't feeling it. 13 was where we were at, where he was scratching, so we know he's feeling it there. That's a good way to kind of judge. You just want it enough that you know he's feeling it. That's all you need. Okay, good boy. Right, so recalls, stop whatever you're doing, come and sit at my feet. He's even doing awesome when Cassius is out here and they're running and playing in the field. And like if Cash stops to use the bathroom, Augie always wants to lick his face a lot. And that'll be a time where Cassius is like, he can't do anything about it because Augie's like licking his face and he's trying to use the bathroom. I've been recalling him and he's been coming from, in the middle of the field while Cash is using the bathroom. So he's doing great with that. August, off. Off. Good boy. Come here. Yeah, come. Okay, so I'm going to go up. August. August. Yes, good boy. Good job. Sit. Yes. Okay, good boy. So, now, come here, baby. Stop him because I'm going to do some more over here. So recalls, stop whatever you're doing, come and sit at my feet. So having that long line on him, if you don't have one, I'll make sure I bring one for you. But yeah, practicing those is really good. Making sure you reinforce the second time you say his name is when you're going to use the e-collar if he doesn't look the first time. Augie. Augie doggy. There you go. Good boy. Okay, come here, buddy. All right, so when we do sits, sit is just put your butt on the ground and remain until release. So again, you're going to do the same thing you kind of sit. Yes. You're going to do the same thing you kind of do sit. When he's on place, start out easy just by, bugging my face, just by moving kind of back and forth a little bit. If he starts getting distracted, then you're just going to use your treat to kind of like, no, pay attention, sit. Right? Just keep him focused on you, right? If he's starting to lose interest, okay, that's when I'm going to release him because we want to break. We want to do the okay part before he breaks. You do want to have, sit. You do want to have a nice mix of practicing distractions so that when he does break, you can practice getting him back into the position he's supposed to be at, right? But you also want to make sure you can understand his limitations when he's starting to get bored. Right, so he's heard a dog bark at the kennel over there. So I used my hand just to get him to be like, oh, look, don't forget. Okay, good job, doggy. And then I'm going to release him. As he gets older and as you guys practice this more, the duration's going to get longer and he's going to be able to sit for longer spans of time and with harder distractions going by. At this point, with him being a baby, you want to do easy distractions. I wouldn't suggest running or bouncing a ball in front of him just yet. He's not at that point of distraction yet. He's just at the point where he understands what the command means and he's building on distance, duration, distraction right now. So same with down. Down. Yes. Sit. So I always like to go to a down from a sit. Down. It's just easier for puppies. Down. Just trying to follow the treat now. Okay. Sit. Down. Augie down. Yes, good boy. Stay. Okay, good. Down's a little bit more challenging for puppies, especially when you're making them go into a forced calm state of mind. Down. I'm working on 2 fingers straight down. Augie, sit. So when I have the treat in my hands, he's getting too focused on following the treat and not listening to the command. So I'm going to do an open hand, show him I don't have anything yet. Down, 2 fingers. Down. Yes. Stay. Okay, good. And then we reward him with the treat, right? Sit. Good. Down. Down. Good boy. Down. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Sit. I know. He's like, what? Where's the treat? Good boy. Ready? Down. Yes, good boy. Stay. Okay, good job. Excellent. Okay, so we did come, place, sit, down. Heel will focus on in just a few minutes. And then I had a weight video. I'll plug that into this video as well. So weight is just basically a sit stay with the distraction of a door. So that can be tricky. If you want to make sure anytime he goes out the door, he does a sit stay and a wait. That's going to avoid door bolting and him thinking every single time the door opens he gets to leave. That's not the case. So we want to make sure that he knows when the door opens, he never gets to go outside until he sits and waits, and then I say okay, and we do the distraction of I kind of walk in and out of the door a few times, and I open and close the door, and my cat goes by, and things like that. Or I'll have Cassius with him or something like that, where we have extra distractions built in. Off is going to be, it's going to replace the word no. So you're going to use it for things like play biting, jumping, trash diving, picking up items like socks or shoes, eating the cat litter, chasing the cat. I'm trying to think of any other instances. Things like that. Anything you would say no to him for, you're going to replace the word no with off. That just gives us a way to give him a command and tell him this is something that's never appropriate. So using that, and you can give him a tap when you say off. You can say Augie off and give him a tap paired to it. That's going to be the easiest way to stop him from doing things. If you say Augie and he pays attention, you could just say off. Eventually he just starts dropping it. Great. The less you can use the e-collar, the better. We don't want you to have to rely on the collar. We want you to rely on your handling skills, that he's focused on you and following you as a handler because he knows you have follow through. That's what's going to have you have a really good dog, because he knows you're going to follow through with something. So he sees my cat just walk by. That's why he's whining a little in his down. Okay, good boy, buddy. So I know he's starting to get a little frustrated and he's getting a little bored. So we're going to, just end his down right there. But these are all the kind of things that you're going to practice with him. Come here, buddy. Place. Augie. Yes, good job. These are all the things that you're going to practice with him when he comes home. Heel. So heel means walk with me at my pace. I know I have several videos of him healing already, so I'm just going to kind of show you where he's at as far as healing goes right now. I won't go into a whole bunch of detail on that because I know we already have a lot of videos you can look back on. So right there, you can start using your leash. You're going to kind of think of it like you're riding a horse and you have the reins. That's exactly what this is. You're in control of the horse by using a tool that lets you communicate with the animal that this is what I need you to do. And when you ride a horse, they'll teach you things, like how to slow down and how to get him to move faster, things like using your legs and stuff like that. So it's going to be the same idea with a dog too. It's an animal that you're learning to communicate with. So your slip lead is a way for you to talk to him without needing to use too much English spoken language, and you guys can have a lot smoother of a walk together. So as soon as he starts to get a little bit ahead of me, I'm going to use these small little pops just to communicate, slow down, pay attention. So it's like a yellow light, right? So we have red light, yellow light, and green light. Right now, we have a green light. He's following me. I have a loose slip lead right there. He went ahead of me, right? So I'm going to slow him down with a tap. That's a yellow light. Pay attention. Slow down. Right? So if he goes ahead of me a couple times, we're going to start turning directions. If you go straight too much, it's going to be boring. He's going to start doing whatever he wants. If you're doing things like figure eights and triangles and zigzags and making it weird, come on, buddy, yeah, then you're forcing him to follow where you're going, and it's giving you a chance to kind of practice your handling skills, to understand that you're in control of the walk. If you start just going straight and he starts speeding up, see, if we just go straight and I don't have any pressure on that leash, he's just gonna go, right? So it's up to me to reinforce where I want him to be. As soon as he gets ahead of my knee, I'm going to tap him. Left hand turns are great because just like that, it makes him focus because it helps you realize he was way too far ahead of me, enough that he didn't realize I turned left and I bumped into him. Oh, that's a distraction here. Good boy. Okay. Yeah. Right, so he's also better when he has the transitional on, and we're about to go to Home Depot after this. So I'll have the transitional on him there because this allows you to do the exact same thing, but it puts pressure on the pressure points in his muzzle, not just the ones in his skull. And because slip leads tend to slip a lot, this helps a lot by reinforcing when the pressure's turning on and off. So it's a simple figure 8. Sorry. Simple figure 8, and it goes over his muzzle, and then your safety is going to go down to just right above the silver circle, and you want the silver circle to stay center. Heel, and you can see immediately how much little force I need to use. Now, if you're using a big heavy-handed force and you put a lot of pressure, almost enough pressure that you feel it, then you're using too much, and he's going to start pawing at it, and he's not going to want to wear it. It has to be resting on your fingertips just enough that when any pressure turns on, he feels it. And it's communicating. Pressure means slow down, right? If he starts getting a little angsty, then again, try and release pressure. Don't choke up on pressure. You always want this just resting. Okay, so we're going to start zigzagging. Yes, good boy. Gonna encourage him. Yeah, good job, Augie Dogs. Come on, buddy. So he sees the. Let's see what he's frustrated at. Okay, so there's nothing there except for some flags and he's the goose. It's just a plastic goose. Okay, so I'm gonna use my treats. August. Oh, yes, I'm gonna use my treats. Come here, buddy. Yeah, good boy. Good job, look at me. Yeah, so it's a good thing that he likes treats, because this is how you're going to get him to be calm around things. Showing him things that are frustrating and giving him treats when he's calm around. Good boy. Off. So I use off as a way to say, no, I don't want you to do that. Good. Right? Good boy. And your horns. Good boy. Off. Off. Leave it. Right. Sorry, I had to fix that transition. Off. Okay. So we're going to give him something else to focus on. If he's overly frustrated by that, I'm not just going to avoid it. I'm going to have him work through it and understand just because you're frustrated, I'll reward you when you're calm, and we're going to work through it. So I'm giving him something else to focus on. Come on, buddy. Yes, good boy. Same idea. Taps. Turns. So taps, turns, direction changes, speed changes. And we're just doing it. It's just the spinning things or the plastic gooses is annoying you. And that's normal puppy behavior, something that he doesn't know. He's never seen that thing before, so he's like, what is that? They're either going to be interested in it, they're going to fight or flight if they're scared or nervous of it. And if he's interested in it, he might try and vocalize at it. Building up to being calm around him, being calm around objects that he's nervous about, is all about exposure now and showing him that these things aren't a threat in any way. And as soon as he's in that calm state, come on. No, leave it. Leave it. As soon as he's in that calm state, you're going to reward him for being calm around the object. Right, so just pops. He's pulling at it a little bit. I'm just going to say leave it and give him a pop. If he does it more than like 2 or 3 times, then I'm going to stop. And I'm going to make him, Okay, sorry about that. My father-in-law pulled up. I had paused. So anyway, just basically, this is what you want to be practicing with him, giving him those pops. I can't quite remember where we left off in the last end of the video, but you want to make sure that you're just reinforcing those calm state of minds. I think we were working on those pops. If he does more than 2 or 3 of those kind of pawing at his nose, then I'm going to stop and put him into a calm state. I'm going to kind of relax him a little bit, give him some pets, get him to calm down a little bit. You want to remember that if he gets it off once or twice, it's going to start getting harder, because you're teaching him that if he paws out long enough and hard enough, he'll eventually get it off. If you teach him every time you start even lifting your paw and doing that little floppy paw at it, then I'm going to stop you and we're going to calm down. That is way more effective than letting him cut a paw and you pulling him through it and keeping him going, and then him getting it off and you having to stop and put it back on. Once he gets it off once, he's gonna keep trying harder. Okay, yeah. So right there, we're just gonna keep it loose on our fingertips so that we can give little pops. We're gonna do direction changes. We're gonna do pace changes. We're gonna keep him focused on us. We're gonna do lots of turns, all that good stuff. So, I think that covers the basis of everything. Come on, buddy. That covers the basis of everything that we want to work on as far as his basic obedience goes. Just remember, with off too, you want to use your knee and you can kind of bump him. If people are coming over, keep a slip lead on him, especially if people are coming over, so that you can reinforce not jumping. You can put him in this calm state right here. So I'll even take this off for him. Put him in this calm state right here, and then if he tries to jump on someone, you know exactly how to get him to calm down now. Feel? So it doesn't just work for the, when we're in working on specific commands. This is a great way to communicate with him in a lot of different settings. So when we go to Home Depot in a few minutes, this is the kind of stuff. You see that goose again, huh? I think I'm going to take him over there and let him explore that goose real quick and realize it's not a threat. It's just a plastic goose. It's just a plastic goose. It's okay. See, he's not real. It's okay. He's not real. See? Is it the spinny things or the goose? See? Good job, buddy. See? No big deal. Alright, so I let him explore it. Now hopefully he's not going to be quite as scared. He realizes it's not even real. He's like, oh, okay. So now let's do a little test. Yeah. Yeah. See if he's not quite as interested in them now. Alright, so we're going to turn. Bump into him. Ready? Good boy. There you go. But yeah, if you have any questions, of course, let me know. I'm happy to help you with anything. We'll continue working on things, and we'll, of course, go over all of this together tomorrow when he comes home. And I will help you with your handling skills, your timing, all of that good stuff. So we will definitely... You just have this, like I said, to reference back to later on if you need to. But yeah, I will also have another video for you today. We're gonna, like I said, go to Home Depot. I like to practice stuff like this right before we go out into a busy setting, because now we've already kind of gotten a working repetitions down real quick, and he's focused on me more, so it'll be a little bit easier when we get there. So yeah, I'll be back with another video of him at Home Depot for you. And like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know. Have a good one.